guys, welcome back to channel SciTech. In this, we're going to do the review of the OnePlus Nord 2 after using close to 100 days of usage with this device. Yes, when it's been close to 100 days of using the OnePlus Nord 2, and I'm getting plenty of comments on this particular phone asking me to make a long-term review. Because recently I started to do a lot of long-term reviews of using iQOO 7, Realme X1 Max and Poco F3 GT. So that of making a video on the OnePlus Nord 2, is it worth to buy the OnePlus Nord 2 right now at this moment or not? So right now the price of this phone did not decrease anything. It was exactly 30,000 as you can see. So if you have the SBI bank cards, you can actually get the 1500 rupees further discount. So for this price, is it worth to spend this much money on this OnePlus Nord 2? That's what I'm going to exactly discuss in this video. So first I'll tell you to start in step-by-step process with the performance, display, battery charging, camera connectivity, build quality and the updates. In this I'll try to discuss each and every details about this OnePlus Nord 2. So first let's talk about the performance wise. So regarding the performance wise, the OnePlus Nord 2 which has got the Dimensity 1200 chipset, so which is pretty much powerful and slightly kind of close to Snapdragon 870 chipset as well. You should definitely understand in terms of the performance wise, in terms of the gameplay and everything. But one thing I did observe is that in this Dimensity 1200 in the OnePlus Nord 2, it eats up a little bit kind of more. Yes, slightly kind of higher temperatures you will be observing in the OnePlus Nord 2 in the performance. But one more thing, the performance in this phone will be slightly kind of limited if you don't use any high performance mode. So if you use the high performance mode, you can actually expect very smooth performance in the OnePlus Nord 2. If you don't use and if you try to play the games, it will be good. But if you use the high performance mode, slightly better upgraded version you can actually get in this OnePlus Nord 2. In my usage, I did see. For example, just now I did show the Antutu benchmark scores, right? This score is only possible if I try to do the high performance mode and do the testing. If I don't try to use the high performance mode, the score will come down to 6 lakhs, sometimes even below 6 lakhs. So try to understand, friends, how much efficient the high performance mode is working in this device. It's kind of really great. Sometimes it comes close to Snapdragon 870 and even 888 processor as well in terms of the performance sometimes. That's one thing. So regarding the CPU throttling results, I'll try to show you the stability, how it is. Regarding the graph, you can clearly see it's not that stable every time. It's kind of increasing and decreasing. You can see, friends, what is happening at this moment regarding the CPU throttling and stability. It's not that great in this phone especially. So regarding the performance. But one thing is pretty clear that the phone supports high refresh rate games pretty much easily. As you can see right now, I'm trying to play the 90 FPS without any problem. So high refresh rate games will be playable in the OnePlus Nord 2 without much disturbance at all. Yes, you will be able to play. So usually few phones will be restricted with the high refresh rate games. For example, in the Realme X1 Max and Realme GT Neo 2, at this moment the UI is slightly kind of restricted at this moment. But right now, as you can see, I'm trying to play the high performance games. And the Battlegrounds mobile game still not got updated to the latest, 90 FPS, still it's not updated. That's something you should definitely know. And still HDR and Extreme is also not available. Still it's not optimized. So overall in terms of the gameplay, it's kind of good, no problem. But you will definitely observe one thing, which is the high temperatures in this OnePlus Nord 2. So next thing, apart from the temperatures, I don't have any kind of issues in the OnePlus Nord 2, especially, yes. And next thing regarding the display. In terms of the display, it's pretty outdated in the 2021. I'm not sure how many people will agree, but I'm strongly agree with this point, which is display is one of the outdated factor in the OnePlus Nord 2, which they could have improved a little bit, but they did not even do anything. Every aspect of the display is not that great at this moment. But there's one good thing is that there is not much green tint problem happening in this device. There is no green tint problem. But low refresh rate, only 90 Hz refresh rate, okay, you're satisfied with the 90 Hz, but low touch sampling rate. The phone has got only, you won't believe, 120 Hz touch sampling rate. 120 Hz touch sampling rate in this 2021. So there are other phones which are available for about, I think, 13,000 and 14,000. They are actually coming with 180 Hz touch sampling rate. Even my Realme tablet, which has got, I think, close to 180 Hz touch sampling rate. You can definitely see that. So touch sampling rate, another thing, and not having high refresh rate. And display is kind of pretty old display. Fluid AMOLED display, nothing much major change in the display segment. So it's kind of okay, but not so great in the display, I would say. And still the Netflix HDR is not supported in the OnePlus Nord 2. You're still getting HDR. As you can see, friends, clearly, I'm not getting any kind of HDR support in the OnePlus Nord 2 at this moment. So I did type the HDR in the search bar and I should be able to see all the movies which supports the HDR content, but I'm not getting those kind of HDR content here in the OnePlus Nord 2. Still it's not got fixed. So these are the few problems about the display. So I don't have any kind of green tint issue. There is no black color crush issue in this OnePlus Nord 2. The only problem is having 90 Hz refresh rate and having low touch sampling rate. If you ignore those, it's kind of good, no issue. Next thing is regarding the battery backup and the charging speed. The charging speed, till now, even after 100 days of usage, the phone was able to charge within 30 minutes of time. That's fantastic, friends, 30 minutes of time. But the battery backup slightly got decreased. I mean, now I'm getting, I think, close to screen on time. Maybe sometimes 5.5 hours of screen on time, sometimes 6.5 hours, 6 hours of screen on time. So overall, anywhere between 5.5 hours screen on time to 6.5 hours screen on time. That is a range of this OnePlus Nord 2 in this time period that was it will be there in the OnePlus Nord 2 regarding the screen on time. So as I said, the charging speed, there's no problem at all. The phone will be able to charge 29 minutes or 28 minutes fully charged. That's perfect, no problem. But the battery backup could have been slightly kind of improved, but still maybe 6 hours of screen on time can be easily possible. 1 day of usage, no issues. Continuously playing the Battlegrounds mobile game, the phone can come up to close to 5.5 hours to 6 hours of continuously playing. 5.5 hours, yes, non-stop if you try to use the 4G data. So there's a few details about the battery and the charging in my experience of using this device for the past 100 days. I think this second phone with the OnePlus I did use, OnePlus 80 is my first phone which I used for long term. This is another phone from the OnePlus which I'm trying to use for long term. I did use the OnePlus 9R but not this much long term. But overall it's really good, but could be slightly better in the battery backup. Next thing is regarding the camera wise. Camera wise, no need to talk about. It's absolutely really good. But in the front cam, it's not that great. But rest of the things are completely great in this device. I did really enjoy the camera in this OnePlus Nord 2. It's fantastic, friend. Doesn't matter the outdoor shots or indoor shots or low light photography or any light photography. It works pretty good in terms of the light. You can see the colors and details out looks good, really great, friends, in this OnePlus Nord 2. This is my favorite camera right now which I got. And outdoor front cam, sometimes it will be good, and sometimes you do get this kind of whitish kind of color, sometimes white, but outdoor sometimes you do get really good front cam. As you can see, this is a front cam shot which I taken, and sometimes this kind of whitish kind of look without adding any kind of beautification mode, but still I used to get sometimes. As you can see, it looks like I did keep some kind of powder or anything on the face, but there is nothing at all. But overall it seems to be really good. The camera, I did like the camera. Some of the macro kind of shots also I did take using this OnePlus Nord 2. You can see how detailed it is in terms of the capturing the detail. As you can see, friends, exactly, which looks fantastic in the OnePlus Nord 2. Overall, in the low light photography also, the phone was able to perform like really great. I was really shocked to see this kind of low light photography performance in this OnePlus Nord 2. It's incredibly good, friends, in the low light photography. Even without any light, the phone was able to capture a lot of information. That's fantastic. I did do plenty of testing, lot of testing in my usage. I did do. You can see how much difference. Normal shot I have taken and using night mode shot. Try to look at the difference, how much it is. It's kind of really good in the difference. You can see this is a normal shot, a night mode shot, and normal and the night mode. You can see night and day difference is there. By looking at the colors, you will be able to exactly see it, what is happening. So friends, in the camera segment, I am completely happy with the OnePlus Nord 2. I think till now, there is no other competition for this OnePlus Nord 2 apart from the iQOO 7 device. iQOO 7 device was used to have really good. So apart from the iQOO 7 device, I did not have any kind of other phones which I can actually recommend for the camera apart from this OnePlus Nord 2 in this range segment. And next thing is about the connectivity also, no problem. Connectivity wise, absolutely not an issue with the OnePlus phones. In my experience, I'd never had any bad experience with the connectivity device in the OnePlus Nord 2 device. I mean OnePlus phones, OnePlus 80 I have used, OnePlus 9R, OnePlus Nord CE, and this is the OnePlus Nord 2. Even the OnePlus Nord also I did use for the first OnePlus Nord. So I never had any experience with the connectivity, never had any bad experiences. Wi-Fi connectivity pretty good, 2.4 GHz, highest transmit link speed. 4G plays even in the outdoor environment, no issues. 5G also good bands. So in the connectivity wise, camera points, these two segments I can definitely give 5 out of 5 points in this two segment. Yes, absolutely. So next thing is about the build quality. The things which I like in the build quality is the speakers, which I did enjoy the Dolby Atmos speakers in this device, and the switch, which I did like using this kind of ring and vibration silent. This is my favorite thing which I used to always use. So that's very good, and the rest of the things are pretty good and decent, nothing much problems. And we do have the proximity sensor physically. That's also another thing. There is no 3.5mm jack anyway, and in-display fingerprint scanner, sometimes it will not recognize. I mean, it recognizes, but it takes sometimes slightly kind of more time. and sometimes it doesn't recognize properly. It shows some kind of message as well, even though we're trying to keep it. Sometimes it does happen. So I thought of mentioning to you. So next thing, in terms of the build quality, apart from this, there's nothing much problem. And regarding the haptic feedback also, it's fantastic, friends. Same like the premium kind of haptic feedback I'm getting in this device. Same like the OnePlus 9 or other devices. So no issues with the haptic feedback. Perfect. So next thing is regarding the software updates. This is what I like in this device. Software updates. For example, if the OnePlus Nord 2 users are getting the software update, all the users will be getting on the same day. Yes, on the same day only, all of them will get the update. That's the one thing which I did like in this OnePlus Nord 2. So you don't need to wait for the update to come. But whereas the iQOO 7 and the Realme XN Max and other phones, you need to wait for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days and 1 month also sometimes. Because they will be sending in batch wise, not at a time. But this OnePlus Nord 2, you can actually get exactly same. At same time, whatever the other users are getting, you will get the same time as well, the update. That's what I did like in the OnePlus phones from the beginning to till now. I never had to wait even 1 day. That's one thing that's best in this device. So very quick and fast updates in the OnePlus phones. I'm really experiencing this kind of thing after using this device for long term. And regarding the updates, maybe very soon the phone will be, I think this phone comes already with the ColorOS, so you should not be worried about that. So I do miss that kind of stock look and everything, but still we cannot do anything about it. But overall, friends, still the OnePlus was able to maintain really good fast updates. That's kind of pretty good deal. So far this is a complete review about this OnePlus Nord 2 after using 100 days of usage. And finally, my conclusion is that you will be liking few things like fast charging, camera, connectivity, and build quality and the software updates. You will be liking these things, but maybe performance, some people with the normal usage, medium usage, no problem, but heating problems little bit will be there. So that's it, friends. This is a quick and long-term review of using the OnePlus Nord 2 after using 100 days of usage. In case if you have missed any other points, let me know in the comment section below. Definitely, I will be able to cover those topics on this OnePlus Nord 2. Thank you for watching this, friends, and see you in the next video and let's take more updates. In case if you have any other queries, make sure to follow the playlist of the OnePlus Nord 2 to clarify all your doubts. The playlist will completely help you to clear all the doubts as well. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video and let's stay tuned. Meanwhile, signing off and bye.